Level 100. The pinnacle of power for a Pokemon. Very few Pokemon ever reach this level. This is a series of videos in which I push Pokemon's levels to the absolute limit by raising them to 100 in unconventional ways and environments. Because, more or less, I'm crazy. This is the Level 100 Gauntlet. I hope you enjoy.
The beginning of Legend ZA can feel a bit stifling. You've just arrived in this massive city, but you can only go to a small portion of it. Sometimes you can climb ladders. Other times Tawny or Urbane say no. We have no agency as we get railroaded into joining the ZA Royale. What if I don't want to rank up? What if I want to stay at rank Z and train a Pokemon all the way to level 100? With the constraints I've got, it seems like all I can do is battle the super weak Pokemon in Wild Zone 1, or rebattle this one Pidgeotto, and it seems like a task that would take hundreds of hours. But what if we've always actually been able to break free? We can explore the entire city. Then what does training a Pokemon to level 100 look like? This isn't any sort of fairy tale, and it's never been patched out. This is the story of how one tourist, Omega, like the Ruby, broke free and trained a Tepig to level 100. The journey began on June 7th, 2026, and it all starts with getting our bag stolen. Instead of chasing after the Pokemon that stole our bag, we need to make our way to the crown jewel of the Kalos region, the bench. And we're not gonna sit here. We're gonna walk. So, what are we doing here? At every Pokemon Center, the bench has a little ledge behind it, and if you stand in the right spot, you can noticeably walk over the bench. If we press A to interact with the bench, the exact moment we do that standing in the right spot, we can start walking on air.
Knows it, except we're against the wall. And this isn't the file that I'm doing it on, and everything's in Latin American Spanish.
This takes a lot of practice and trial and error, and in order to execute it correctly for this gauntlet, in order to get out of bounds, we have to do it at a pretty specific angle. I think we're gonna break free. We're gonna break free. Let's go. I'm breaking free. I'm free! Bye, Tawny. So what does our newfound freedom entail now? We can walk around the entire city, but we don't have any Pokemon, we can't throw Pokeballs, we can't roll, we can't run, we can't fast travel, and we can't heal at the Pokemon Center, ladies, or go to the cafes, because that'll crash the game. I can make your Pokemon feel all better. What we can do is run around picking up items to put in our non-existent bag. We must have some really deep pockets. We can explore wild zones before they become wild zones. Dude, wait, there are people there? What do you mean there are people in Wild Zone 1? This was their dialogue in case you're curious. I don't know if these people get moved elsewhere. We can enter Quasartico and the Looker Bureau and they have absolutely nothing to say to us. We can even get dripped out. But to get a Pokemon to level 100 during this free roam section, it is critical to pick up one specific item. Experience candy, we need that. We need this. I'll take it over to Jirachi for this. Candy, 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 candy. I got tired of vocal splicing and doing that all pitch shifting stuff to the video. I'm gonna collect some candy here. This isn't the full extent of this challenge, I promise.
I got the map on Cerebi pulled up with all the items. We're gonna be grabbing several candies that may or may not exist, but you know, a boy can dream.
I didn't have to be super thorough on this first trip because, spoiler alert, we're going back out of bounds again later. They're waiting for me. But for now, we're gonna go backwards into bounds to get our starter Pokemon. Obviously, my starter is gonna be Pancham. And in order for all of this to work, I think we actually need to pick Tepig, which I named Armadillo Mega, because Tepig is an armadillo.
Do you know this one? This armadillo?
Okay, now, then I'm gonna immediately use my experience candies, but not my rare candies, to save those for later. Level 23? Which will teach Tepig Roll Out. And this move is huge because it can break rocks. and Tepig normally can't get this without the boost from the experience candies we got earlier. By being able to break these rocks here when Tawny wants us to take a shortcut to the Pokemon Center normally, we can once again go out of bounds and explore the entire city. Well, this sucks. No bench walking needed this time. They're definitely boulders. What boulders? Shout out to Frosted Gulacia in the Glitch City Research Institute Discord for telling me about this trick. Tawny wants us to come up onto this roof, but we can ignore her and keep walking to once again be free. This time with our Pokemon. But we still can't throw Pokeballs yet, unfortunately. The first 6 wild zones are now open too, but we still can't fast travel. And trying to enter specific buildings will soft lock us. Oh, we can't go up the stairs? Oh, we really can't go up the stairs. I spent a lot of time exploring places that I couldn't without my Pokemon earlier, hoping to find some more experience candies or wild Pokemon to fight. I couldn't really think of a perfect strategy here. At first I thought attacking these Mega Shards would be a good consistent source of experience, but there's really not a lot on the map at this point in the game. And they take quite a while to respawn. And speaking of taking a while to respawn, every wild Pokemon we fight has a couple minutes before they respawn after we knock them out. And with no fast traveling, there's no way around that. So I went to the highest level wild zone I have, Wild Zone 6, and I would make a little circuit knocking out every Pokemon along the way. And it wasn't perfect because I still had to wait some time for the Pokemon to respawn, so I would explore more, getting more candies that I missed in the process.
Waiting for Flaffy to respawn. Maybe respond to... Armadillo's been texting Flaffy. They haven't been responding. He's been getting ghosted. It's been kind of sad.
It was a very experimental day one, and I was getting afraid that there was going to be a lot of waiting with this gauntlet. As I got stronger, there were these Talonflame on a rooftop that seemed pretty promising because they were really strong, but I had to wait like 5 minutes for them to come back. But it was a wait that I was willing to do, because these are much higher level than most other wild Pokemon, meaning they're less susceptible to the experience formula, dropping the amount of EXP that they give as I continue to level Tepig up. It's going to be a necessity that I fight Pokemon like these for it to be worth it at all.
End of day 1, we're level 39. What a good way to spend June 7th, 6-7.
On June 12th, I took my Tepig to NAIC in New Orleans, where I found a lot more rare candies I had been missing.
I've saved over 200,000 experience points by collecting 9 rare candies.
And battled some more Talonflame with some shiny hunting friends in the hotel lobby. I didn't actually gain a single level here through battling, but the candies I found saved dozens of hours. Level 39 might sound like decent progress, but looking at the amount of EXP we have left shows how far we still need to go. Another interesting thing to note is that we don't have any random sparkling items on the ground, which are normally a renewable source of more candies. There's a finite amount of candy we can get, and I think I was getting close to collecting all that I could at this point. Alright, it is June 19th. Actually 20th now since it's past midnight. Armadillo and I are back from New Orleans, and I did some experimentation earlier, and I've realized I can progress in the story. My time on the rooftops, though, will be coming to an end with this. We're going to advance to the next level here, but we're about to enter the future here. The future will have sparkly items on the ground. The future will be nighttime. The future will involve me not being green. Unless it's nighttime and I need to record myself. I might be green again, actually. Who knows?
Yeah, so Tawny is stranded on the roof right now. Look, she's up there right now. I'm gonna go free her today, but we're gonna lose our ability to climb ladders, unfortunately.
So I went to get this sandwich from the sandwich shop, and the worker was like, "Oh, nice shirt, what's that from?" And I was like, "Oh, from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet." And he was like, "Oh, you must really like sandwiches." And yeah, I guess I really do like sandwiches. I didn't even realize I was wearing the sandwich shirt at the sandwich shop. So let's enjoy this little meatball sub, and then let's make it nighttime in Lumiose. Yeah.
All right, so the Armadillo and I, after that sandwich with that meal power, we've amassed 19 rare candies so far, which is pretty solid. Let's go live and get this thing to level 100.
After stranding Tawny on this roof for a while, it was scary to actually try and advance the story with how autosave works in this game. So scary that I actually tried this out on another save file the day before just to make sure that I wasn't making the rest of the Gauntlet harder by doing this. We're gonna just play the game normally for a little bit. Go through the catching tutorial, where we might have more Pokeballs than we're normally supposed to have, grab our Pokédex to see that none of the Pokemon we've battled have been registered whatsoever, and enter the battle zone, where we can very easily get our Challenger's ticket to battle against Zack. But of course we're not battling him yet. And this is our ticket to the rest of the city. I'm not even exaggerating. Because check out what happens now that we've unlocked fast travel when I open up my menu. I have previously visited these other wild zones and Pokemon centers. So now we can fly anywhere we want in the city at rank Z. For some arbitrary reason, we can't climb ladders anymore, but that doesn't matter. We can get into a really good rhythm now with our new home, Cafe Ultimo, where we fly here, go into this alley, and fight against the Trubbish and Garbodor. Once we knock them out, while they're still dizzy, if we fast travel again, they won't fully disappear, but we'll still get the experience on our Tepig, creating a really nice battle loop that's only going to get easier as we level up. For a couple hours on stream, I took out the trash, or the trash would take itself out. Then I went offline to watch the Zoroark movie on the Pokemon Twitch channel. I almost always drop what I'm doing to watch the movie. Then I went live again, and I learned about another incredible thing these trash cats can do. I love Trubbish and Garbodor, by the way. I don't see them as trash, I see them as treasure. Oh! Shiny Trubbish! Shiny Trubbish! That's so cool! Dang, they're all sleeping. Oh, one of them's not. Alright, Luxury Ball. That's so cool! It's Adamant Ziploc, which is also today's video sponsor! No, it's not. Okay. Check it out. Oh, she's stunning. She'll be along for the ride too, gaining so much EXP alongside my Tepig. Before this, I thought it would take weeks to reach this level, but this new Garbodor method had proven to be very successful in just one day. I got to the hallowed level. Can I get a good 6-7 from someone right now?
6-7.
So in my dream last night, Taco Bell had a new soda called Twin Leaf Bilge. And you had to completely leave this untouched for 5 minutes to access it. I don't know how you accessed it, but they don't have it at this one. So I'm gonna get a little Baja and a little Baja. The gradient. This gradient will get us to level 100. Waiting 5 minutes for that to respawn. Who did we get? Univa! The Armadillo. It's meant to be. I gotta train it today to level 100. This doesn't look like Lumiose though. That's not the Prism Tower? What the heck?
I'm back home. I leave my cup unattended for like 5 minutes and it's almost all gone. I guess you were thirsty today, huh? I hope you're thirsty for some levels, because we got some more trash to take out.
By day 4, the rhythm of things had gotten absurdly fast, as we got better and better at knocking out the Garbodor. All it really took was sitting down and chatting with people for a few hours on stream to reach the level where the rare candies could take care of the remainder. This will be the final level. That's level 80. Alright, let's find a cool spot for this thing to hit the pinnacle of power. 19 hours, 44 minutes. Honestly, not too bad, all things considered, for what this could have been. This is about to be history right now. Oh, I was hoping I'd get to watch, like, the animation for that. Alright, we're at level 100 now. Pinnacle of power for an armadillo. The cafe where we were flying, Cafe Ultimo, is famous for another thing. And with all the treasure that I had accumulated, I could afford it. The ultimate cup of coffee. Rank Z having the ultimate coffee. Oh yeah. This is the life right here. Oh yeah, even smiling at my armadillo. Enjoying it before it's a wild zone too. Finally some peace and quiet here.
The pinnacle of power. The pinnacle of coffee.
Now it's time for the battle we've been working towards this entire time. After all our training, I could finally take on Lizzie Eternel and confidently rank up to rank Y. And since I also found a shiny before rank Z, I can continue this in the future in a rank quest movie. We're gonna mess around with some more weird sequence break shenanigans and take on some pretty crazy hunts. So look forward to that someday. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Wait! There's no Mimi! Where's Mimi?